all your audio.
All you really have to do is go to my account then, if you're serious. It's truly like paradise there. It really is. I'm not trying to be cheesy. Like I said, I've been to a lot of places, and I would say that Dallas is one of my favorite places. I like California, and I liked there in South Carolina. And then there's a lot of places around there too. Like it's on an island, like kind of surrounded by water, but it's like easy to get everywhere. Like you can just ride a bike around the whole island, and then there's just bodies of water everywhere, and there's lots of things to do. There's like nature preserves and wildlife everywhere, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get to stay there. They had really cheap Airbnbs, but I was with my family. They didn't really want to stay there for some reason. So we ended up staying like in Savannah, Georgia, which was cool because that's where I was working anyway. That's not far from there either. But the thing with Dallas originally was I was supposed to drive there with my friend Michelle, and she's become flaky. I don't know what's going on because her daughter started like going in and out of rehab because like after we made the plan. So I don't know what's going on with her daughter, and she's just kind of like trailed. Well, when I asked him, he wasn't sure that it was his sister. He just wasn't sure. He just knew that they weren't like. Why did you write me that at like 5 in the morning? Hey, I found out that I don't have to go in for like another hour, but I just looked that up. I've never been there, and that's pretty much. It gets cold here. It's probably like 20 degrees right now. I don't know where that is. Coconut Creek, Florida. Cool. I mean, he's like, he lives in another country, and like the dude's married, has kids anyway, so it's not like, I mean, we had a handful of conversations, and it was always back to the same thing. I mean, it was about this whole situation, more or less. I mean, he didn't say really anything bad about, I mean, he doesn't like Jan, obviously, but, I mean, yeah, we didn't really have like we had like a few conversations, and it was pretty much that. It was just kind of saying like what happened, you know what I mean? So, because his videos were like totally on point, I was like, how does he know? And then I don't even know how that happened, but we had a couple conversations. That was it. It wasn't some conspiratorial thing, and I just told him what happened, and Jan was involved for some strange reason, and whatever, but it's not like he said anything bad about you, and I don't think he was hitting on me or anything like that. He just said that, like, one comment, so. I mean, tell him? No, I don't want to. No, I'm out of that. I'm out of this drama. I think he's actually a decent person, unlike Jan, who, like I said, he should have never been involved, and he should have said the same thing that Todd did, like, you guys should talk amongst yourselves or work it out or whatever, and so they keep talking to me, but he obviously had some kind of bone to pick with you, and just was inflaming the whole situation, but, that's, I guess, the water under the bridge. No, I don't see the point in doing that. Like I said, I don't think it meant. If you're concerned that I'm going to talk to these people or whatever, like, I'm absolutely not. So, like I said a million times, I want no involvement in this. It was weird because usually stuff like this has never happened to me, honestly. I'm not even online, whatever.
Bullshit.
I wasn't even a streamer. I wasn't.
Always been
Whatever. I knew
harassing
all
me
of them. I got
since.
through Wolf,
Bullshit.
which I also. You asked me the other day, you're like, well, how do I know this or how do I know that? How do we know anything? I mean, that's really a philosophical question. I mean, I can't guarantee you anything. Nobody can guarantee anyone anything, and that's, I guess, the beauty and also the downfall of life is there's you can't control every variable, and you don't know.
Yeah, let's play the audio where you was stalking that guy.
At the same time, I don't know that I can necessarily trust you. I mean, you pulled some shit too, but I'm not gonna like wrap my
Like you haven't
life
pulled some
around this
shit.
whole thing. And they said if we talk, we talk. If we don't, we don't. We
Right.
haven't talked in this long, so see what happens. But I don't really know what else to tell you. I mean, but yeah, I mean, one thing's for sure, you're definitely not going to get to know me just through like a series of text messages or online ever, because I'm just not. I mean, even people that know me like don't know me for a
Yeah, and
long
then you
time.
send them after
So
me.
really
Yeah.
takes like just
Fucking crazy.
knowing me in person and like hanging out with me like one on one to like really sort of get me. So yeah, I do too, but I work hard and I play hard. Like, I work really hard, like, you know, doing festivals during festival season, and I run the whole thing, and it's stressful. Like, even now I'm on the way there, I found this.
Justin.
Next
What
year,
is
I'm
up?
looking at some of the biggest festivals we've ever done. I already got my feet wet a little bit. Last time, working Dallas Pride was the most intense thing I've ever done in my life, and I needed at least 2 other people working it, and I was like, short. It sucked. We're going to be working Virginia Pride, which is huge. I'm going to get into Twin Cities Pride, which is the biggest festival, like, in the world, actually, in the country and in the world. Almost 500,000 people go to that one, 425,000 people. So, yeah, even in the downtime, like, I'll have stuff that I'll have to be designing, coordinating, like, reordering stuff. Like, there's still everything lights up too. Somebody at work sometimes, like, he called me, and he was like, he's a Leo, so we always clash, because, like, he's the boss, I'm the boss, too, so I just really don't work for him, because I'm self-employed, but sometimes I work for him, you know, like, show I want to work, but, he pretty much doesn't really mess with me, like, especially at work, and he's working down in West Palm in January, which is a really good event, and I just don't have that one, we just really don't do Florida shows, like, hard, we just don't. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll consider it if I'm not in school then. You should see the way that I set up booths. It's like an art form. Like the way it's set up for pride booths. Like, not this, like, I never tell this stuff. Like, I don't really do Twitter shows or whatever, but my pride stuff, you should see the way I set it up. Like, I've been in. And part of the reason why it's a short of trying to sit with me is because you're creative too, and I think just the intermingling of, like, us, it would just be blockbuster. Like, it really would be, so.
Bitch, I'd never come work for you because apparently you can never hold down a job anyway.
I can tell, like, right now, in that situation, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, no, take the pictures of this. I can't just stop being crazy. I can't use them out of gloves to do anything. Well, we're talking about kind of shit. Well, he wasn't being text or whatever. It's funny. I just keep, look, I just keep an eye on the little things that people need to do. You know what I mean? So it doesn't start to trouble, but so I can see shit that you call as communication. As long as it doesn't say shit on you, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Hey, yeah, I don't know, like I said, I'm just kind of talked out, and I'm, you know, just, and I really don't like facial hair, honestly. I thought you looked better, like, without it. I don't like facial hair, like, really at all. I mean, like, a little bit's okay, but so I didn't really know what to see the picture, but, just, you know, doing as much activist stuff as I can, you know what I mean, and even I pretty much converted my parents to vegetarian. I mean, and I got a really cool message from someone who I barely know earlier who was like, thanks for all you've done. Like, I recently went from a meat eater, recently went vegan. So I guess, too, there's like a disconnect between myself and meat eaters, because I've even lost some people due to, like, my activism and being so vocal about it. And I try not to really judge people based on that, but at the same time, it's very difficult because this is, like, my lifestyle, and this is something I'm really passionate about. So it's like there's not really a whole lot I feel like sometimes I have in common with them anymore, you know what I mean? And my true friends that I've been friends with for years, we're still friends. They know how I am, but, I mean, with newer people, they're kind of like, feel like I'm judging them. I'm not trying to, but at the same time, it's difficult when we're not like-minded and not doing the same things and interested in the same things. Like, I have a lot of animal rights stuff coming up, and honestly, I mean, I'm going to, like, an animal conference, like, animal rights thing. I mean, it's like my life. It's part of my life, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's play the audio about how you was stalking that guy, right?
I mean, what do you mean, like? There was a attraction, I guess, or I don't know what else, how to explain, because we've never met, but there was some kind of energetic connection of some sort, but I don't really know how to categorize it, those types of things.
Crazy.
But yeah, the thing is, though, you second guess stuff too much, like, and it just kind of, like, turns me off and just sort of, like, makes me not want to talk to you. Just second guess a lot of things, or I don't think you could. I mean, I was kind of fucking.
Let's see.
Yeah, you will sometime.
Trying to find that one about tots. Were you talking about tots?
Yep.
Not it.
I tagged you in something because it was just, like, awesome, and I'm like, I don't have time to take a screenshot of this and send this to you. That's why I like it.
Instagram.
Yeah, Aurora Borealis. It was a skate. No, it could be true. There's a cold spell sweeping across the country. I've seen him slow down in the last week, in the last 2 days. It's just like a feeling, you know. He knows that him and I had some, like, personal conversations, and I'm not talking about, like, the crap that was posted online. I mean,
That's about yawn. Ooh.
just that he shared, like, some personal stuff with me. So I have a sense of, like, who he is, you know what I mean? And I don't think he's, like, a terrible person or anything like that. I think that he's really messed up and he's got some problems. And he probably deals with his own shit. So, and I think that he realizes that he just looks kind of stupid. Now, he's never going to admit it because I can tell he's just the type he just never is, you know? So he's not going to. And he'll never admit to being wrong. And he's a Libra, and believe me, I know my dad's a Libra. They'll, like, never apologize or admit to being wrong about anything. But I've definitely seen him slow down with a lot of stuff, or just not even saying anything. And I thought I saw that he went off some community page. So he's like, oh, it doesn't have anything to do with any of you. I think that he just realizes that he just looks stupid at this point. I wouldn't say or do anything. Just.
Hey, I just woke up. Like, here.
Yeah, she sent me fucking voicemails and shit and woke up.
Well, for one thing, that's because China has absolutely no animal welfare laws whatsoever. But what bugs me is when people get so hung up on, like, the dog eating thing, because people see dogs as, like, a furry friend and pet, but they see cows and pigs differently. Why? Because they look different. Like, they have already been proven to be sentient animals, which means they feel, hear, see, grieve their loved ones, etc. People just make excuses like you who claim to love animals. That's what bugs me. If you love animals, you wouldn't eat them. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer said he loved all his victims too, and then he ate them. But, like, that's not really love. That's just fucked up. I mean, I can respect, like, someone who's hunting an animal more. Like, I know maybe you've hunted or whatever. I don't know what happens after that, but I can respect that more because there is nothing natural, I'm telling you, that happens at a factory farm. There's nothing natural that happens at a slaughterhouse. And I'd urge you, I dare you to go, really, because I highly doubt that anyone normal, and this is you included, I hope,
if you went to a slaughterhouse that you would probably gag also, and you would probably never eat meat again, because I never did after I went, and I was younger, but still. And also, all animals don't eat meat. There's lots of omnivores, herbivores. Some of the largest animals don't eat meat, actually. And also, they're animals, and they don't know any better, but yet evolution-wise, we don't need to do that anymore. It's not like something we need. It's not a necessity anymore at this point in 2019 almost. So if there's other viable options, then there's really no excuse to not, you know what I mean? But yeah, the way that factory farms, I mean, raping animals and like gestation cages and fucking getting ripped away. And like I sent you a video, I sent that video to a lot of people, and a couple of them actually have been converting to vegetarianism, and one of them is somebody I know who's coming to my cube today. But I mean, you didn't have any response to, which is weird. I think people are just dehumanized and that's their culture, though. I mean, I'm not defending it. It is disgusting. I've seen it. I've fought against it. I'm aware of what goes on there. Even if there are laws that are not going to be obeyed. Half the people that work at these places are criminals, or they're, you know, felons or whatever. So it wouldn't really fucking matter. It's not going to change anything. I mean, in order to work at one of those places, you have to be kind of fucked up in the head. So they have a higher incidence of like mental illness and domestic violence and alcohol abuse and drug use. And they've been reporting now, slaughterhouse workers, PTSD, because I don't think they don't want to do it either. A lot of them are immigrants, and they don't have like any other choice. Like they just can't even get another job. They're just like thrown into it or whatever, and it's like all they can get, and they're just undocumented illegal immigrants. So it's really kind of fucked up, actually. It's not snowing here. It's nice. I mean, it's cold, but it's warm. Well, if you want, I've got like a couple of videos up on IG. I don't post too many YouTube things because usually my shit's a lot shorter, but I like that you can just have like short little clips or whatever. But I have a couple on there where I'm driving. It's a nice day. Anyway, I don't know if that last one, if you could hear it or not, because it was loud here and Bluetooth is on and all that. Where my voice messages coming through, I was using my... So my key is stuck in the ignition. Like, I can't get it out. What? That's what I meant by two Aries with a connection. I'm so glad I don't have to explain myself, and you can just... I'm so glad I don't have to say anything. Very good. I was thinking that if you were not in shape, it would not work at all because, yeah, you can't just be like, oh, yeah, well, I'm done now. Like, I will want to keep going and keep going and keep going. I literally, like, never have sex. I, like, barely do because, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll only do something if it's worth doing. And I can just tell, like, if it's going to be blockbuster, if it's just going to be a complete snooze fest that wasn't worth my time. So I really probably talk about it more than, like I said, I actually do anything. I can just tell, like I said, and I'm never wrong about that. My intuition.
Head southwest on...
Yeah, I know. You don't seem like you would be, like, afraid of me.
Turn right on...
But I'm telling you, people are, though. It's weird. Or they tell me they are, and I can tell. Like, there was this dude that likes me. He always, like, comes to places that I'm at. I just seen him. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, he's cute, and, you know, he's smart, and whatever. He's cool. But, like, he's just always, like, really docile around me. And, like, I can tell he's, like, nervous and doesn't... Maybe he's shy. I don't know. But I can tell he doesn't want to...
North Main Street.
Say anything wrong or something, and I don't know, he just, like, it seems like I make him nervous, and I don't like it. Like, that's one reason why I don't like him. But yeah, it's the case. I've had guys tell me that before, like, and I really don't like that because I'm not trying to be... I think my personality is just really strong and kind of like I'm domineering, or I seem like I am. Really, actually a really cool, chill person. I'm really actually laid back. I'm kind of a freak, though. If I like you, I might be kind of a freak. Maybe sometimes in public places, maybe, not sure. energy. So it's like, I don't like you. I don't feel your energy. It's just no. But when I didn't want to leave him there, but there's a lot more what happened to that story with words. He lied about a bunch of, it was just crazy, okay? It was fucking crazy. Totally deserved it. And he was like, I thought you would just come back. He couldn't believe I actually did that. Like, I've never done that. And we were 2.5 hours from home, and he had no ride. But I was fucking pissed. And I was driving. He wanted to scream in my ear, and I told him, this isn't even my car. Like, knock it off. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk at all right now. And he kept, like, just agitating the situation. And I didn't want to. I just figured he had a phone, and he'd figure it out. He's a survivor, you know? But apparently he was, like, stranded there. He ended up getting a ride with his buddy. He had a buddy that lived, like, not very far from where we were in Kalkaska, Michigan. It was, like, 2.5 hours from Detroit. It was somewhere around Kalkaska. I can't remember the name of the city that I ditched him in, but I told him, I warned him multiple times, shut the fuck up, stop yelling in my ear, just stop. Yeah, because he was all insecure about, he was butthurt about, we were all staying in a hotel because a bunch of us were working together. You know, sometimes that happens when you're going out of town. There's a group of like 4, 5, 6 of us. And his bitch ass was like trying to fucking say all this stuff. Oh, I left him the night before, and I don't know what the hell he was talking about. He was just starting drama, okay? And I just didn't like him, like I said. And he wanted to talk about all this emo shit. I'm like, I don't like you. What's there to talk about? And then it just got really heated. And he's just always been just on my shit. And it's like, I don't like you. I don't. I don't know. I think it's just, we just have to click or we don't. And, like, I really don't click with that many people. So, anyway. No, he just gets on my nerves. I didn't mean to be rambling on about it because it's just so unimportant. He's just annoying. Like, he'll pop up out of nowhere and be like, hey, what's up? I have nothing against him. I mean, it's, you know, my family even knows him. But it's just, like, there's no reason to really talk to you. And I don't see any reason to meet up with you. I mean, we're not going to hook up. We really have nothing to talk about. And him and I had really nothing in common. And, yeah, I do like history stuff. Yeah, I do. It depends on what it is. But, yeah, I didn't mean to be rambling that long about Danny because he's pretty irrelevant. It just reminded me of that because he was, like, texting me earlier, like, asking if I wanted to hang out on Tuesday. And that's just an example. What I'm trying to say is a lot of people like me, but I don't like them. I'm very picky, actually. So everyone can say whatever they want about me, but they don't know me. I'm actually kind of a bitch, and I'm really picky.
Oh, you said it yourself. You're a bitch.
I mean, I have felt like it would be cool to cuddle with you right now. Like, I have, like, and you know what's funny about that? I just thought it was kind of a funny addendum. After I ditched him there, he was like, don't ever fucking talk to me again. Like, I dropped him at the gas station, and we went our separate ways. So, like, I'm done with this conversation. Quit screaming. Shut up. I'm going here, and you won't stop. He's like, fine, just fucking leave me here. He's like, don't ever talk to me again. I mean it. Do not ever contact me again. And then he was the one fucking texting, calling me later to see if I was okay, and I got back okay. And he still liked me after that. So, yeah, I mean, just don't mess with me. I don't like him, and not just for that reason. I don't. I mean, like I said, I am really picky. I mean, whatever you were trying to say something about me, like, oh, yeah, you always say it to everybody or whatever. Like, no, I really don't. You just really don't know. You really don't know me. I mean, I might come off as, like, flirty sometimes. I admit that. Like, I've had friends, like, call me on that, but I think it's just an Aries thing. But whether, like, it goes past that,
It's not an Aries thing. It's a hoe thing.
I really wasn't mad at you. Like I said, I don't really remember all the details.
Oh, you do remember all the fucking details.
4 in the morning and telling you, quit calling me at 4 in the morning because I was sleeping, and then you'd always be like, what are you doing, you know? Like, are you talking to someone? I don't know. It's just like a string of questions, always questioning me and paranoid of me, and just that irritated me too. Well, further. But I wasn't, like, mad at you. I wasn't really mad at you. I was just, like, over it. I wasn't mad. I was just kind of, like, annoyed and done with it. There's totally different. You haven't really seen me that mad. I mean, I've gotten a lot more mad than that. Like, it was more, like, an irritation. I just, like, didn't want to deal with it anymore. Like, you
lies,
what I was saying.
lies.
And I don't remember. Like I said, I really don't want to, like, go back and rehash this, that, and the other. But anyway, I didn't used to, but, like, I kind of like your accent. Like, it's kind of sexy. Well, it's not like I expect or ever expected, like, oh, well, we haven't been talking, or like we're how many states away, but you're just gonna be like talking to me or whatever. Like, I don't think that. I don't expect that, and like I don't honestly really don't even care about all that shit. I really don't, because what we have is between you and I, and we understand what we have, and it doesn't matter about any external party, even if there is one, because there is some kind of a connection, and nothing else really matters. You know, it's just between us. At least that's how I feel. I have to go to the Apple store because there's something fucked up with my...
There's nothing fucked up.
Like I said, I can barely hear the messages, so yeah, I just wanted some flexibility because it's a lot shorter drive if I don't stop anywhere. It's already a long drive for me. It's much longer for me. Okay. Like I said, I'd have to think about it, and if I was stopping there.
Hang on, let me see if I can find about that guy. Let's see. 2 minutes.
So, yeah, that's a little tidbit of why I went off Facebook. Although all that stuff was predating me going off Facebook. But I mean, it's just a lot of drama. That's how I knew him. We had a real mutual friend, again, in real life, but the mutual friend was actually a normal person. He's a gay guy that my family knows and I've known for a long time. And he's stable and he's normal. And he knew David Hullum. That's his name, David Hullum. And, yeah, we just started talking. Whenever we first started talking a few years ago or whatever, I don't know. And, you know, he had, like, graduated law school or something, and I forget how we started talking, but I had some kind of a legal issue, which never got resolved, actually, but somehow there was a question online, he responded, we started, like, personal messaging, and he was just really fucking smart, and it blew me away, because I'm above average intelligence, and most guys are not on my level. And he was really fucking smart, and I liked it, you know? So we would, like I said, we would sit there and talk for hours eventually about, you know, Greek philosophy and history and whatever. He always, like, had something interesting to say or whatever, and it made me think. And I just really liked our conversations. That's really what it was. There was times where we talk all day long. Every day, all day long. I don't like small talk. Like, when you write me, like, hey, what's up? Like, when people write, like, hey, what's up? Or good morning. Like, I don't respond to that because, like, I'm a deep person. Like, I don't like small talk. It's bullshit to me. So, like, we had really deep conversations that were, like, interesting to me because he was really smart and, like, he knew what he was talking about. And I knew what I was talking about. They were good conversations. But for whatever reason, he acts like this. I don't know if it's because I know a lot about him. I think that he knows that I said something about his campaign on Facebook, but you know what? That's fine. He was, like, threatening me and shit, so of course I said something. So, you know, he deserved it. But anyway, enough about that. I mean, we should probably just, like, terminate all conversation, him and I, like, forever.
Because she can't be a fucking adult and stop fucking calling me off goddamn different numbers. That's why. She's been doing this shit since fucking March. Never did want to fucking talk to her. She kept on and on and on, calling and texting and messaging me on every fucking social media. I never wanted to talk to this crazy bitch. She fucked up in the head.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I don't know anything. Like, and I won't know anything until now.
So. But I'll release more audio, so I don't care.